there is a course available of Olympic. You can have a look at it. So what is diffusion? It's thermally activated transport of atoms. Through matter. So it's thermally activated transport of atoms through matter. Now diffusion is very similar to heat conduction. So Fick's, this guy Fick, he proposed that diffusive flow of an atomic species is proportional to the composition gradient. Very similar to heat conduction because of temperature gradient. So heat conduction proportional to temperature gradient. So in the same line, Fick proposed that diffusive flow of atomic species is proportional to composition gradient. So in unidirectional flow in the x direction, what that proportionality can be expressed as flux, something called flux, which is denoted by J. X subscript stands for x direction minus d, again subscript x stands for x direction, del C del x, where C is the concentration of the species considered. C is a concentration and it is given by number of atoms per unit volume. C is number of atoms per unit volume. The rate constant in this equation, this D, is called the diffusion coefficient or diffusivity. What is the unit of flux? What is the definition of flux? This is number of atoms per unit area per unit volume. Number of atoms per unit area per unit time. What is unit of C? Number of atoms per unit volume. Which is, so what number of atoms per unit volume, and x is length. So in the denominator it's a length to the power 4 and this side length square. So what is the dimension of this length square per time. That is the dimension of the rate constant of this equation, which is called diffusion coefficient or diffusivity. Why negative? Negative sign indicates that the diffusion occurs from high concentration to low concentration. So when is Fick's first law applicable? So this law which Fick proposed is called Fick's first law. Fick's first law can be applied experimentally only if a steady state exists. What is steady state? Something which does not change with time. What is not changing with time here? Concentration. Where? Concentration? At interface. At interface. Anyone else?
At any point.
At any point. So concentration at any point is not changing with time. That means at a particular time, what concentration profile you got, it remains same over time. That is steady state. Concentration at every point is invariant. Concentration does not change with time. Del C del T at any point equal to 0. For all x's, for all points, for unidirectional, for all x. Now the non-stationary or non-steady state flow equation can be derived from that equation of Fick's first law by considering the rate of increase of the number of atoms, this dc dt, in a unit volume of the specimen. If it is not equal to 0, then it is non-steady state. If it is equal to 0 for all x, then it is steady state. Now, if it is not equal to 0, what it is? dc/dt, what it is? It is the number of atoms per unit volume. So dc/dt is rate of increase of the number of atoms per unit volume of the specimen. So this is equal. So if the specimen is of unit cross section, unit volume is defined by two planes which are unit distance apart. So consider two planes, one plane here which is and unit area and another unit area. This distance is unit distance, then this volume is unit volume. So rate of increase of number of atoms in this volume is flux, and we are considering flux in one direction, only x direction. So flux in minus flux out. So J1 minus J2. J1, let us denote in the x direction, J is Jx. And what is J2? J2 is nothing but Jx plus unit distance multiplied by del Z del x. So which gives minus del Z del x. Number of atoms per unit area, this is the area, unit area, per unit time. So number of atoms per unit time entering minus number of atoms per unit time going out is the number of atoms that are being accumulated in that volume, which is per unit time. Number of atoms accumulation is nothing but rate of increase of number of atoms in that unit volume. That is del C del T, which is flux in minus flux out, which is given by minus del Z del x. So del C del T equal to minus del Z del x. In unidirectional it is Jx. This is the case for non-steady state diffusion, where concentration is changing with time at any point.
So what is this one?
Which one? Unit distance. Del Z del x multiplied by the distance will give you the flux at after unit distance. So del del x of minus Jx, and what is minus Jx? What is Jx? Equal to minus B del C del x. So minus Jx is B del C del x. So this is called Fick's second law. Del C del T equal to del del x of B del C del x. This is called Fick's second law. Applicable for the case of non-steady state, where concentration or composition at any point is changing with time. So generalization of Fick's second law in 3 dimension will look like this. If I take only one direction, that is that one. If I take 3 dimension, then it will look like del del x, diffusivity in the x direction, del C del x, del del y, here I am putting subscript x for the x direction for the diffusivity. Now most of you have already come through courses where diffusion has been taught, and many solutions of diffusion Fick's second law have been discussed under certain boundary conditions. Now those solution of Fick's second law are very standardized and can be found in any mathematics of diffusion book. So for our class we are not going to derive or spend time on the solution of the Fick's second law, which are readily available for various cases where under different boundary conditions. What we will discuss about other aspects of diffusion. like different types of diffusivities. One is self-diffusion coefficient. The simplest is the self-diffusion coefficient. Then something is called interdiffusion coefficient. Something is called intrinsic diffusion coefficient. Something is called tracer diffusion coefficient. Tracer. Chemical diffusion coefficient.